You open your eyes in the morning, what do you see? The ceiling above you is the same as yesterday, yet somehow, everything feels different. There's an ache you cannot name. A deep feeling you cannot explain. A tension between who you are and who you might yet become. It starts there, doesn't it? In that quiet moment where you realize you are responsible for your life. No one else can walk it for you. No one else lives it but you. No one else can carry its meaning. No one else, only you. Existential psychology speaks to that silent place inside you. It doesn't offer easy comfort. It doesn't offer answers to your problems. It doesn't promise that everything happens for a reason. Instead, it looks you in the eye and says, life simply is, and it's up to you to make it bearable, to make it meaningful. And it's in the life's uncertainty you weave your purpose. This video encourages you to step outside your comfort zone into real self-work. By focusing on existential work of Viktor Frankl, Rollo May and Irvin Yalom, you will find in you the little spark that always burns even when the whole world goes dark. Pay attention to the details and learn how to use the difficulties in your life as stepping stones to a meaningful life. Viktor Frankl, a man who survived the unimaginable horrors of Auschwitz, taught this lesson through fire. If the concentration camp did not shatter the firmness and the dignity of his spirit, surely nothing else could. Frankl realized that suffering strips away the illusions of control. You lose your possessions, your status, even your health. And then you're left with one final freedom. The freedom to choose your attitude in the face of it all. Frankl called it the last of the human freedoms. You feel this in your own way. When everything falls apart, when relationships crumble, dreams die, or loved ones are lost, you are faced with the same primal question. Will I collapse into meaninglessness, or will I create meaning anyway? Meaning, Frankl said, is not found by asking life for it. Meaning is discovered by answering life's questions, with your life itself. Still, it's terrifying, isn't it? This burden of responsibility. This freedom. Rollo May understood your fears. The fear of making decisions in search for meaning and purpose of life. He wrote about the existential anxiety that arises when you realize you must make choices without any guarantee of the outcome. No one can promise that you'll succeed. No one can tell you that love will last, that dreams will flourish, that efforts will be rewarded. Rollo May believed that anxiety is not a disease to cure, but a part of being truly alive. You feel anxious because your choices matter. You tremble because your life is not rehearsed. And somewhere deep down you know, if you ran from this anxiety, you would also be running from yourself. There's courage in standing still in your own life. There's courage in choosing to love knowing heartbreak is possible. In creating art knowing it might never be seen. In building a future knowing it might crumble. Existential psychology doesn't tell you to erase fear. It invites you to befriend it. To let it be a signal, you are alive, and you are free. Irvin Yalom, another voice in this chorus, reminds you that your existence is not isolated. You are not a lone island drifting in an empty sea. You are bound, deeply and irrevocably, to others. Yalom spoke of four ultimate concerns: death, freedom, isolation, and meaninglessness. Each one casts a shadow over your life, often without you realizing it. You fear death not just because it ends life, but because it interrupts your becoming. You wrestle with freedom not because you want less of it, but because you crave the safety of certainty. You ache with loneliness not because you're unloved, but because no one can ever fully step inside your soul. And yet, through love, through authentic connection, you catch glimpses of something transcendent. In a friend's laughter, in a stranger's kindness, in the quiet understanding between two broken people, you discover that even in the face of mortality, freedom, and isolation, there can be meaning. Existentialism doesn't ask you to conquer these fears. It asks you to walk with them. It tells you, you will lose. You will fall. You will doubt. But still, you can choose. You can choose to love again. You can choose to rise again. You can choose to breathe meaning into the absurdity. Because life is not a puzzle to solve. It is a canvas to paint. A song to sing, even if your voice trembles. You are not broken for feeling lost. You are not weak for feeling afraid. To exist is to tremble before the void, and to still take one step forward. Frankl found meaning in the darkest camps. May found courage in the teeth of anxiety. Yalom found connection in the chasm of isolation. And you are capable of the same quiet heroism. Every morning you rise. Every choice you make. Every love you dare to give. You are shaping yourself. You are answering existence. So when you feel overwhelmed, when freedom feels too heavy, when loneliness feels too sharp, remember this. You are not lost. You are becoming. You are not a mistake. You are a miracle in motion. Existence may not give you meaning, but you can give meaning to existence. And that is your most sacred, terrifying, and beautiful power.